I'm telling the whole world that this is the most important thing, and this is exactly what is delaying the burial of Mohbad. After the DNA done, so we can now move on to burial aspects. Thank you very much.
So these are the 10 inches with 2x4 closure. Was it 2x4? 2x6 closure. And they are going for just 160,000 naira for just today. The actual price is 190,000 naira, and it is available in different colors. To be an influencer is not a great job. So I'm putting it on burgundy color. This is brown, black, wine. It is available in different colors. It's also available in blonde. So please patronize me. God bless.
That's the beautiful widow of late Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly called Mohbad, selling a premium hair, which she's been doing for the past 1 year, yet battling in court with her father-in-law over DNA screening and the involvement of the court. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. Yes, it's been a bit about Baba Mohbad and his daughter-in-law and DNA issue versus the court. In fact, the group came out today kicking against the court's decision, and the question is, what's happening again? At this point, we know that yes, Wunmi has come out very early this year, I think around February, March, granting about 2-3 interviews. First with Chude, Gideon Wo, and the second, the Rights TV, and the third, I think I can't remember that program right now, TVC, yes, Your View, where she stated her own side of the story and said that she's been ready since October last year, when the court granted that, okay, the DNA should be done. And Baba has been avoiding coming forward. And the question was, Kilo Shele Gogo, what was the crux of the matter again? The court is determined to conduct the DNA, but right now, from what we are hearing, it's not still working out. Now, at that time when Wunmi came out to talk about the DNA issue, the back and forth was that Baba was not forthcoming, that they've written different letters, they've had conversations, but Baba was not just forthcoming. And shortly after that, Baba granted an interview to Leo Gaga, one content creator, and he was asked, Baba, what is delaying the DNA? And he said, truly, he was the one, that he had issues with his lawyers and everything. Months down the line, the lawyer was off and got another lawyer in, and they've been on it. And just last month, the same lawyer, Sansishu, said is withdrawing from the DNA issue. And people are like, how can a DNA proceeding that the court has shown readiness for, and you are the applicant saying that you're the one that wants the DNA? So what is going on? Why is it that it's your lawyer that is not forthcoming, that you're the one changing lawyer to another one? You're the one whose lawyer now said at the end of this year that is pulling out. What exactly is going on? And after Sanshitu pulled out, he's gotten another lawyer who is now representing him in court. Now, they did a court sitting 2-3 days ago, and what came about is quite interesting. The court, of course, has laid down the procedure for the DNA to be done, but Baba is insisting that the payment, and honestly, according to the court, you are the applicant, you are the one to pay for it. So what exactly is going on? Why is there an argument on that one? What's the fight about? Why can't people make progress on that one? So his new legal counsel, Ogungbe, filed a fresh petition requesting that the DNA test be conducted in 2 foreign hospitals of his choice. Then Wunmi's lawyer opposed the request, stating that Baba Mohbad had unpicked the specific hospitals, selected facilities known only to him, and was attempting to influence a process that should remain impartial. The court then ruled, it will independently designate the approved hospitals for the DNA testing without input or interference from either party, which is what makes sense. You want the court to conduct DNA. The court has accepted since a year ago. You kept changing lawyers like you're changing, your sleep nightwear. Okay, now that there's a sitting on the 2nd of December, you're now saying that you want to be the one to pick. You cannot pick for the courts. It doesn't make sense. There's no way you pick for the courts at that. The courts, if you had wanted to do it in your own way, you should have done it outside the court. You don't come and mock the law. Yes, we know that sometimes our law process could be doing yo-yo, right? But still, we have a law process. And the best bet is no input from Baba Mohbad on this one, no input from Wunmi on this one. They would decide, they would conduct the taking of the samples, they will go and conduct the DNA, and the response of the DNA will be directly sent to the court. So why is Baba now saying that because they want to be done in 2 foreign hospitals, that he picked, that no, you don't dictate to the court on that, on those terms. I don't know how your new lawyer is advising you. Maybe that's why the old lawyer pulled out to say, as far as this DNA is concerned, you no go put mouth again. That one don't work out. And you're thinking in just 1 year, you've had 3 lawyers. Upon waiting, upon DNA, I don't think there's any licensed DNA center, even in Nigeria, that want to compromise because of a case. On top what? On top what? So that they can lose their license when the cross-examination is later done. All parties were then directed to submit their contact information and will be contacted by the assigned welfare officer to coordinate the collection of samples. The case has been adjourned to February 3rd, 2026. Yeah, so this is first week in December. Because of this happening, the court said, okay, since we are not able to reach a decision today, the court has ruled that none of you will have an input into this process, and the next sitting will be February 3rd, 2026, during which the court ordered DNA samples will be taken by a certified DNA diagnostic center under the supervision of a designated social welfare officer and subsequently forwarded to an accredited overseas DNA testing laboratory at the expense of Baba Mohbad, which is what makes sense. You are the one that says, Toto. It's just like a husband and wife now. A husband has 101% right to tell the wife, I want to conduct a DNA on the children. You know, but a sensible man should know how to go about that. Now, if you are requesting a DNA for your children, you are the one that want to know. So do you expect the wife to now pay? Even if it's Mohbad that is alive and he needs this DNA like this, and he decides to not use his senses to do it by himself, because this DNA thing is not, it doesn't even require any blood samples. So it's not even something complicated. The worst any sensible man can do is take the specimen, go and Google it, take the specimen from your children and go and do it in at least 2 different diagnostic centers, and you're good. And you, because, okay, let's say the worst, one gives you something wrong. Okay, go and double check. That's it. So there's really no big deal. And were you expecting me to now pay for the DNA test? Baba, you're joking. The court has spoken, and that is what is going to happen. So now, Wunmi decided to do a press release. And I'm going to read it. It's quite long, but let's make it quick. Press release and status update on Mr. Joseph Aloba's DNA application in suit number between Joseph Aloba versus Mrs. Omaomi Cynthia Aloba and the court's ruling of December 2nd, 2025. This is to brief the public on the latest developments regarding the DNA proceedings insinuated by Joseph Aloba himself and the continued attempts to delay and manipulate a process he voluntarily brought before the courts. So that's where I'm just going to stop. You voluntarily brought an application to the courts. The court is doing what it should do. You are now dictating for the courts that you want it done in a particular place, and you're avoiding paying for it. Where is that done? Right? Some things are just common sense. You don't even need to go to school to understand this. And you're paying your lawyers, I believe. This new barrister Ogungbe, or if it's a son, I don't know. He should advise you accordingly. You don't rule for the court in such a situation. And etuwa lọ sí court tán, ẹgbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́ gẹ́ngẹ́, ẹwọṣọ tó wà well starched, ẹgbẹ́ góòlù sọ́rùn. Ọmọ ń jẹrà bàbá ń dán, kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. We know that you fought this widow to this point. You never gave her a benefit of doubt. You have gone into the waters, you have gone into the mud, you have rolled yourself over, your supporters have rolled you over in the potopoto, you have gone to Brekete TV to go and do a layer there, international global shame. But your greed will not let you stop. Your greed will not let you stop. You will not stop. Agídí náà ni nǹkan. Wọ́n máa ń sọ wípé tọ́lọ́run bá fẹ́ múyàn, á jẹ́ kẹ́ni yẹn di létí kó má gbọ́ sí voices of reasoning. That is where your talk has been now. Let's go into a comment section to check what people said about this. Somebody said, Nada Mrs. Omomi Aloba dey pain this man and the girl sabi press his neck. Another said, wait, will this man be happy if Liam happens not to be his grandson? So his utmost wish is for Mohbad to ku Akunrun. Another said, make I no just talk. I don't to insult that man. Another said, Baba, don't deny this poor boy befitting burial. You live in Niger. How did you know the 2 foreign hospitals, if not your cohorts that live in diaspora? Another said, why does he want foreign hospitals? Is it an avenue to ask for donations? Because he definitely can't afford to travel abroad. Sodiki. Another said, a young lady fighting so hard to escape poverty with the father of the deceased, whom have suffered so much to take good care of his son. Unfortunately, the fellow calling him the bad father. Another person said, February 3rd again. Man no go do, make una bury this boy. Another said, case adjourned again. The boy won't be late to rest this year again. It is well, oh. Another said, very good. Don't let the man to do the DNA test. The man can bring a fake result. Let the Supreme Court do their job. Another said, even after the summary is under the post, some of you still don't understand and still decide to blame on me. She ori buru ni. Abi na so hard to understand. Another said, Isha want the DNA to be negative so bad. Another said, Wumi already did, and she knows. Before February, he go change lawyer again. Yes, Mohbad is changing lawyers. Can you imagine somebody because of DNA? Not even because of what by your son. Because I don't know. Okay, if Wumi is not, if Liam doesn't belong to Mohbad, how does it show the worst that can happen? You cut Wumi and the boy off, right? Okay, so how does it lead to the person that acquired Mohbad? Another said, he doesn't care if Mohbad should be buried or not. All he's fighting for is just the small properties the boy left behind. That's his mission. And to do that, Wumi and Liam need to be cleared. So he's trying all possible best to make sure the result comes negative. Another person said, hospital of your choice. This man is jonesing. Another said, so he went through the court system to tell them where to run DNA sample. She Mohbad thinks say George na Agbiru we no go school ni. Now he has to pay for the test, but without his influence. We are obviously getting close. Maybe before December 2026, then we'll finally bury Mohbad. That would be so sad. Another person said he picked this hospital so he can manipulate the results and the property will be his. Oh, God. Another said, God save anyone from Agbako in law like Baba Mohbad. Amen. Someone else said, at this point, Mohbad sample they should use because I know sure say now star gets more. Another said, by the time he reached 9 years, you people will go and bury the guy because it isn't making sense anymore. Kilo dey nítorí Ọlọ́run. Another person said, waiting they do Baba now. He's even acting more suspicious. Now, wow, whoever is advising him here. There are still lots of comments, but I'll put a pause to it now. It's clear. Some of us have seen Baba's motive for a very long time. And when we speak, you know, I want to we come to comment section and be shaping. And it's okay. Either we look away or we use the blog button.
So these are the 10 inches with 2x4 closure. Was it 2x4? 2x6 closure. And they are going for just 160,000 naira for just today. The actual price is 190,000 naira. and it is available in different colors. This
exactly what is delaying the
to be an influencer
burial.
it's not a day job. So I'm putting on burgundy color. These are the 10 inches with 2x4 closure.